Welcome to another day of Ether Raids. We're taking on Mark here for our match, and we're going to go with the Crown team here. Yeah, it's a shooting gallery. Basically, we're just going to blow up these units one by one and then get the pots. Shouldn't be much of a challenge. We're going to start off by taking out Tana, rearmed, who is not covered by far save because there's 2 far saves on the board, which means somebody is not getting saved. I think maybe the toughest thing here will be Mirabilis' dance. In the event that Edelgard moves first, then gets danced, it could pose a problem with her charge, so we have to be careful of her positioning, because Edelgard does have a lot of range here, as well as maybe even Wind Tribe Claude, but not too worried about that. I'm really more so worried about where Edelgard goes. We're going to test the trap here just to see if this is real. It is indeed real, and we're going to wait one more turn. No harm in doing so. Eventually I'm going to want to take out the tactics room as well, because it is going to pose a hindrance at some point. But for now, we will just wait one more turn, because I don't have the movements here to escape successfully if Edelgard were to charge down. So totally fine. We'll see how this one pans out. Let's just keep plugging away at it for now, and we should be good to go. That being said, really not much else going on right now in Fae. I've really just been watching...
I can hardly wait. You can do it.
What I've been watching? Well, I finished... I got... Okay, so I finally watched My Dress Up Darling, and man, is it good. It really reminded me of Darling in the Franxx. If you haven't watched that mech type anime, definitely check it out. It's really, really good. Ending kind of sucks, but aside from that, the rom-com nature of it is actually really, really nice, which is really what the vibe is of My Dress Up Darling. Sometimes you gotta take a break from the action just to watch something else. And it was really lighthearted and sweet, and I really appreciated it for what it was. Interesting twist on a romantic anime, in the sense that it was a lot more built for where we are now with Twitter and everything. I'm seeing like a lot of anime, or at least mangas, incorporating like Twitter and Facebook and stuff, social sites, into like their manga panels, which makes a lot of sense, because that's where we are right now. Whereas a couple of years ago, you would never have seen that, because it didn't really exist in such a, or it wasn't such a big part of our everyday life. Yeah, so it's kind of interesting to see that like taking shape in animated spaces as well. I wonder if that's probably going to like sneak into Pixar eventually, where everything is like Twitter, Facebook, stuff like that. Not the vision that we had of our future. If I mean, we were like kind of predicting that we'd have like smartphones, flip phones, phone watches, stuff like that, but the idea that everyone would be on them 24/7 wasn't something that we were considering. So there you go. Human evolution for you. We get the Byleth here, so we're going to take this and then back out, and then eventually take out whatever else comes in our way. I think I'll probably use the dual skill from this Leon here at some point. I mean, why not? I have it free. They have no dual structure. It makes sense to just, I don't know, use it right now for the hell of it. There we go. But yeah, man, it's kind of like interesting in a sense to see what's going on with some of these animated adaptations as well. Like for me personally, like once I watch something, I'm probably not gonna watch like a live action format of it. So the new Avatar on Netflix is kind of like whatever to me. It's like, I already know how the story ends, so unless you're gonna completely change the story or do like a side story, this is kind of meaningless. But I mean, people want to make money, people want to see if it's able to be done, people want to recreate the childhood experience, and people want to take their own put their own twist on things. So that's really what that is, but I'm just not interested. Aang already did it. He proved that he's the champ. He's the MVP, so I don't need to see it in
It's so bright
live
out.
action format. It's kind of weird. I don't need to see that. We don't need that. Yeah, one of my favorite cartoons from Nickelodeon as well. It was so good, man. I remember just like binge watching it over and over again because it was so hard to
Let us
keep
see.
up with the releases from
You can
Nickelodeon
do
in
it.
terms of when it would come out. So I had to like binge watch it to see what were the parts that I missed. Like I'd end up watching like every third episode, so I'd miss out like a bunch of story. Like how did you get here? I'd be looking at them in the in Boston Sales, like, yo, how did y'all get here? Why are you fighting Boomy? And yeah, it was a real mystery to me. But
Are you ready?
really nice story. Only thing that I think that I was a little bit disappointed on with Avatar was that they didn't
Close your eyes.
develop the whole
I have no
library
doubt.
in the sand bit. I really
can I
liked
do?
that one. Not sure where they were going with it, but it would have been cool to see
I
that
have no doubt.
built on a little bit more, but they kind of just threw that as a one-off and then forgot about
Why
it,
not?
which is whatever. Not everything needs to be fleshed out, but I thought that part of the story was a
Message
little bit
received.
intriguing.
Let me dive
Um,
in.
It definitely stuck in my memory, and it's one of those things I was like, man, I wish they would have done more with that because it had so much potential. But that aside,
I will do my best.
I'm gonna pick up Ozark, and then that will probably be my weekend.
hardly wait.
From what I'm seeing, it's like a 4-season show, 1 hour each, or at least about 1 hour each episode. So I should be well entertained for the weekend, or however long it takes to finish that. I'm really hating watching weekly anime. I mean, aside from Fearin', and
handle
a
this.
couple others like Ragnar Crimson,
Orders?
I really hate
me
it
the way.
because the suspense, like when you watch
My
something,
pleasure.
when you binge watch something and you just you don't have the, man, I wish didn't have to wait a whole week to find out what happens next. When you don't have that and you can just, oh man, I really want to know what happens next, it allows you to, the way that you digest the content, it's so
I have
much
faith.
more satisfying.
Just look at the flowers.
It's not a good market it's not a good market strategy for, because then you have to make a whole new series every single time, and it's very exhausting from a market and development standpoint for like a story, because basically you get less
Show me
in
the
terms
way.
of revenue, because when you put out a whole series you lose out on ad revenues for it,
I will protect
stuff like that. But that's just the money side of it, I guess. But being able to binge watch a whole thing, a whole season, a whole 2 seasons,
Close your
it's so
eyes.
satisfying, man. Like I'm looking back at,
I'll
and
do
that
it.
the thing for me is I don't go back and rewatch things because once I've seen it, it's gonna be boring
I
to
will do my
me
best.
because I've
What can I
I've
do?
already seen this. I can't unsee it, you know? Yeah.
You
I don't
can
know if
do
that's
it.
just a me thing, but yeah, I really don't like it. I rather just binge an episode, an entire season or two, and then find something else to watch from there.
Message
Netflix is
received.
totally for me,
I have no doubt.
totally made for me. That being
handle
said,
this.
not all the shows are very good. We're left with Ephraim here.
Your orders?
2 turns left.
I'll
We'll
handle
figure out how to
this.
get through him. He's an armored unit, and he's blue, and I have like 3 green units here. Someone should be able to do it. So we're gonna leave that and then try to figure out how to get the pots. He does have this encounter though, so I have to be a little bit careful, but that's fine. But yeah, I was saying something about Netflix. Netflix is totally for me, and it's either that or I just like don't watch it. Like if something new comes out, like with Solo Leveling, I haven't watched a single episode of Solo Leveling because
Message
I want to
received.
just wait until it finishes so I can just watch the whole thing.
I can hardly
It would
wait.
be nice if I just
I'll
didn't
handle
know
this.
that it existed, which is definitely difficult to do once you're part of the anime community, because you see it everywhere, like literally
Close
everywhere
your
once you're a
eyes.
part of it. So
Show me
it's
the
very
way.
hard to ignore.
Let me dive in.
But that's what I'm trying to do. I don't want to get any spoilers or anything for it. It looks
It's so
okay, I
bright
guess.
out.
But when it's finished, I'll probably pick it up. There's also a couple others that I'm doing like that, just waiting until they're finished.
Allow me.
I'll probably do the same for Danmachi Season 3 when it
Let
Season
me dive in.
5. Wow, 5. When it comes out. That's one of those ones that I picked up when I was in high school, and I like, this is great. And then I totally forgot about it, and then it got like 2 more seasons,
Allow me.
and I was like completely off. I was like, what even is the show? And I ended up rewatching it. I was like, oh, right. I love this. And the last season, Season 4, when they got trapped in the bottom of the dungeon, that was so good. I was so happy that I spent the time just to just binge everything over. So that was really, really worth it. Somehow I got lucky with that one, but because I completely forgot about it and no one was talking about it, so, or at least no one in my circles was talking about it, so it was totally new for me, and I really appreciated being able to experience it from that vantage point. But let's get the pods here. How am I going to get this last pod? I think some type of warp.
Are you ready?
Who can get up
I
there?
have no doubt.
Okay. Well, I can dance. Okay, I can stay here and then get the triangle attack. Guaranteed with Citrine. Okay, that's a good option. Alright. There we go. Alright, Ephraim's dead. I wonder if Crom can do it, because
Your orders?
this Ephraim is a really good near save, and I'm going to need some options moving forward. I do like to test these things just to be sure that it is possible with the units that I have available. Because that's kind of what happened with that Myrrh. Leon was just not able to kill, and okay, he can do it. At least with the buffs that are available right now.
pleasure.
Okay. Alright, so that's good to know. Let's take this kill with Citrine here and close out the day. Citrine still doing big numbers. You love to see it. Even with this basic kit, man, I really haven't given her very much, but GG's. See you in the next one. Alright, welcome to another day of Ether Raids. We are taking on another team with Ephraim here. This time I'm going to go with Lucia. Just because of the layout of this map here.
Come on, let's go. Very well.
The
I'm
two
ready.
AoEs. The Golveg. I think Lucia is the right choice here, because most of my other option was to use Brave Marth, but I'd have to eat the AoEs, and I really would rather to not do that. He does have the Vantage, but I'd rather not eat the AoEs if I didn't have to. So that's where Lucia comes in here. We're gonna set it up so that she can take on blue unit. Who's this blue unit again? Igrin. And then hopefully deal with everything else afterwards. And also the Marth team didn't necessarily have a way to successfully deal with that Ephraim. I don't think anyone on that Marth team would have been able to kill that Ephraim. So there's that. Also, he doesn't have this encounter, so maybe I could have just taken my time with maybe Vale, because Vale is on that team. Is she though? Nah, I don't think Vale is on that team, actually. Yeah, I don't have a ranged unit on that team aside from
I can do this. Why not?
Plumeria.
Come on, let's
So
go.
not being able to take out Ephraim would have been a problem. In any case, alright, I gotta think this through. So I won't eat an AoE from Igrin, but it's gonna be a big number. At false starting said, which means he won't get his AoE. So we should win that combat, but unfortunately I don't think I have enough spaces here to hide all of my units. There's a possibility that I could tank Golvig with Vale. That sounds tricky. Dubious is best. how could I position Lucia where she won't have to fight everyone? Because if she fights everyone, I'm pretty sure she'll die. And then there's the Bright Shrine to think about. I really should have fixed that. I kind of wanted to swap out Lucia for Ather, Legendary Ather, the new one, but I feel like Lucia is better. I don't know. That just might be my opinion. Slightly better in this team composition, at least. I really don't know what to do here, man. This is not good. I probably shouldn't have brought this team. I probably should have brought the Mars team because at least he would have got the advantage off and not gotten hit. Even though he would eat the AoE, I think he would have done enough to succeed here.
I can do this.
I'm ready.
Because bringing the
Close your eyes.
Byleth team, Byleth would have eaten the AoE at some point. That's growing light, so he wouldn't have been able to avoid that. Alright, this is the best idea that I could have come up with. Igrin is going to get danced, so it's just down to whether or not Lucia can survive against Igrin. Given the fact that she's going to eat the Bright Shrine, I don't have anyone else that can soak the Bright Shrine, so we're in for a treat here. Let's see what happens. Okay, said didn't go first. And also have no healing, so kind of... Okay, 85. Do I get any damage reduction? No, I'm not faster.
I must not cause her grief.
And she's dead. Okay, that's great. That is wonderful. Ulmir taking 0 damage from Sed. Plus 19 res. 0. Whoa. Alright, so if I had known that, I probably would have done that differently. But... yeah, okay, well, this is a loss. Not much I could have done here, except from bringing a different team. That was probably my mistake here. I could have went in for player phase strategy as well, but I just didn't want to do it, man. Let's play one more. GG's. Okay, here is our second attempt. We're taking on Shigaraki. Shiguraki? I don't know. Something like that, I think. And we're just gonna, like, not think about this too much. Marth will be able to do it. Clean sweep here. Should be GG's. Just gotta figure out how to get the pots and we're good. That aside, let's see what I missed out on here. I already started Ozark, and it's so good. Ozark on Netflix. It's a money laundering drug cartel type thing. Yeah, there's that. Very, very good. Old in terms of when it came out, but it's good. But also, it's also infuriating at the same time. You realize, like, when you watch a lot of Western media, meaning like you watch a lot of like shows from Hollywood and stuff like that, and then you go and you watch like not Western media. I'm talking like shows that are made in like other cultures or made about other cultures. The different writing styles are like so obvious. It's like I hate comparing TV shows to anime, or even just to like, let's say Bollywood, for instance, and you're watching like a South African television series, or even South African dramas, or Indian dramas. My God, Korean dramas, South Korean dramas, Chinese dramas. Like, over here, the character writing is so different. Like Ozark has this weird problem with the main character, where he's written to be so stupid, but also he's the most brilliant guy at money laundering at the same time. And it's this writing flaw that doesn't need to be a part of his character because it's kind of obvious. I don't know if it's that I've just watched too many shows and some of the narratives that you get from like because they say everything, nothing under the sun is new. Everything is just a repetition of something that's already happened, or no idea is original. Everybody's just doing the same idea, but like with a different context or story. And like you see some of the narratives, and I hate being able to figure out what's going to happen before it actually happens, is essentially what I'm saying. Or I hate when the character is written in a way that makes him oblivious to what's going on right in front of him. Kind of like what they do with harem animes or those high school love story animes where the guy doesn't know that the girl likes him, or the girl doesn't know that the boy likes him. Some dumb stuff like that. Yeah, that's kind of what's going on right now. If I had to compare like it to anything, Ozark, I'd probably compare it to Breaking Bad. I'd say that it's a worse Breaking Bad. But not by like way off. It's not like horrible. It's very entertaining. It's still very good. The problems are very real. I find myself like so stressed out because he's just making some obvious mistakes, and I'm just like, man, if I was like a money launderer, I would do this completely differently. Like, but then again, I probably wouldn't be able to survive in that world. It's so dangerous. It's so scary. But he's just making some obvious obvious mistakes, man. I'm just like, if you just did things differently, man, like if you just got rid of some of the people, you wouldn't be having these problems. And
Close your eyes.
I get it. You need to do things to progress the plot, but I feel like the writing just makes me feel stupid because the problems are like so obvious. I feel like it's written for an audience that isn't as smart or as well versed in story narratives as I am. Like I literally like did literature as like a big part of like my university and high school studies. I love literature so much, so that's one of my main things. So like I feel like I could probably write. I wrote a book once for like my thesis, and it was really annoying. But I could write a book if I wanted to, like fantasy, whatever. And I feel like I'd probably do a better job than what I'm seeing in Ozark. No, the writing is just bad. Yeah, let's just leave it at that. The writing is bad for at least what I've seen so far. The writing of the main character is bad. Everyone else around him makes a lot of sense, but him himself, he makes a lot of dumb mistakes that I just completely hate. And then there's like this one other character, the main character's daughter, who's just absolutely stupid. No one's daughter acts like that, like in real life. Yeah, those are like my main problems with it. But it's good so far. It's definitely a good distraction. I'm just gonna keep watching it. It's only 4 seasons, so I should be done by next week, I think, or probably in the week I'll be finished. But yeah, that's just where I am. I'm kind of stuck here, but I'm just gonna kill this for Mortis. I don't think this is the right decision, but we're gonna do it anyways because I don't know, man. I kind of want to be done with this. I got like an easy match after a tough match, so yeah, I feel like I don't deserve this, so I'm just gonna try to do this quickly. The problem is now, Mirabilis and Arvel are currently gonna share the same range, so I don't know how I'm gonna get those pots.
I'll do it.
I believe in you.
Depending on what happens, I might not be able to get the pots here, which sucks. I mean, I probably should have just taken one pot and be done with it, but I think it's too late to fix that mistake. Actually, yeah, I think I messed up here. 2 spaces, push. Well, he's already now. Yep, I think I messed up here. And the thing is, Arvel will come down. Can't move Mirabilis. I can't move Plumeria. All right. Well, let's just see what happens. I'm kind of like over it. I'm kind of over it anyway. It means I'll have to play a double match on the last day, which is fine. Even though I hate it, but I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's just do it like this. This is fine. Oh man, I just realized that I lost a whole hour. It's so weird being awake when daylight saving time is actually happening, because you think that, oh, right, that's the day. Because the clock doesn't go because it was supposed to be like 2 o'clock.
A single strike.
I reset at 1, and then after 1 is 2. But then it kind of just jumped directly to 3. So now it's 3 a.m. in the morning, and I lost a whole hour. But it's fine. I mean, whatever. This is dumb. Daylight saving time is completely dumb. I hope they get rid of it soon. It's kind of pointless, but GG's, man. Nothing else to ramble on about. Maybe I'll do my SDS recap.